Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I know that I am a day late, but listen, life happened and I just was exhausted yesterday. I was like talking to one of my best friends who happens to be my ex, and our conversation is always good because he knows me so well. And I just was like, shit, I'm exhausted. But I was exhausted prior to talking to him. But whatever. Anyway, it is time for another episode of Talks with Delise. Um, Let me tell you guys before I even get into the topic. Like, doing this is like, it brings my heart joy because it's something that, I believe can possibly be helpful to other people. I'm hoping. But trying to figure out like my recording schedule with my career and like have a personal life, it's just like it's a lot, sis. And then I be trying to indulge in this hot girl summer we got going, but I don't know if I'm like past the age limit, or I'm just too old, or well, that's the same thing. Whatever. Don't mind me. I'm tired. Or I'm just not built for it because hot girl summer is wearing me the fuck out. Like, how you supposed to have a hot girl summer if you work two fucking jobs, trying to go to school and trying to do your creative thing? How you supposed to have time to balance a bunch of niggas outside of that? Like, I don't know. I need to, send Megan and her team an email or something so I can be like, look, honey, you gotta give me some more instructions because you told me to go out here and have a hot girl summer and I'm just struggling. But anyway, let's get into today's topic. So, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I said I was gonna like pre-plan my topics, but I haven't done that so far. The only one I really knew what I wanted to talk about was my first episode. This is episode 3. Um, so I'm just gonna kind of freestyle it and hope it turns out well. If not, y'all will let me know. I hope. So today's topic is going to be, um, you know, cutting off dead ends. And this is kind of like reiterating what I said in episode 2, where I said protect your energy at all costs. But when you have protected your energy, you still gotta be willing to cut off dead ends. Like any and all relationships that do not serve you being living at your highest purpose, you gotta let go of. And that shit is fucking hard. It's one of the hardest processes I think that you can do, because a lot of times the dead ends are, and when I mean dead end, I mean like with your hair. When your hair is the ends of the day, you cut that shit off so the hair can keep growing. It's like, why don't we approach our lives and our relationships and our interactions with what we do in life with the same fucking mentality? Because it's like, if that shit is dead and it's not growing and nothing is going, like if you have just hit a plateau and it's just like linear, what are you doing? You gotta let it go. And I'm not ever saying that the process is easy. Not all people exist in a space where I do. Like, I exist in a space of, I do most things alone, so doing things with other people is actually the stretch for me. Like, I do 90% of what I do by myself. Like, I go to the movies alone, I eat alone, I go out to eat alone, I am going to vacation alone. I said all of this before, but I'm just kind of reiterating it. And it's just kind of like, I don't usually tell too many people what's going on. For instance, today, my grandmother asked me about a bill that I guess for some reason my uncle was on it. Like he was my emergency contact on it. And so I guess they contacted him because, life got real. So I made a executive decision that that bill just wasn't going to get paid. And she's like, well, you never tell me what's going on. For what? What am I telling you what's going on for? You ain't going to help me fucking pay the bill? Because when the bill come, I'm expected to pay it. You ain't going to help me pay it. Ain't nobody going to help me pay it. And I'm just like, and my uncle was like, he's concerned. Block the number. Are you going to give me the money? No? Then block the number. But that don't have nothing to do with my topic of, cutting off dead ends. So for me, I realized, contrary to what me and my therapist have talked about and what she thinks is going to be best for me, a dead end for me is my relationship with my mother. That is a dead end. It doesn't allow me to grow. It doesn't allow me to be at my highest potential. It takes me back to a place of being abandoned, being lied to, being traumatized just over and over and over and over again through a bunch of situations. Like a lot of the stuff that I experienced through and with my mother and from her. So it's just like I made a decision when I turned. So I'm 31 now. When I was about to turn 30, I was like, look, the way that I lived in my 20s is not a way that I want to live in my 30s or beyond that. If I am blessed enough to see it, if the universe sees fit for me to get that point. So I'm like, look, some of these relationships gotta go, or I gotta nip them in the bud. I gotta do something because it's not allowing me to grow. Because I would get to a certain point and I couldn't elevate past it. It was like this. I was here's the ceiling and I'm hitting it. And I'm just like, oh gosh. So I tried to go around the ceiling and nope, the ceiling just moved. Like, sorry, bitch. The fuck you thought this was? And it's like sometimes in life we'll try to maneuver around what the universe is telling us. Nah, you got to deal with that. You can't avoid it. You can't make excuses for it. You can't excuse it. You have to address it head on. It's kind of just like if you have a faucet that is leaking, the problem is typically not the spigot. The problem is typically the pipes. So you got to get down in there and look at the underworkings of it and see like what's going on in here. Because this is not allowing the water to flow through freely. Then if it ain't, and if it's some blockage in there, you got to take it on out. You got to get rid of it. So it's just like, why do so many people struggle with being able to take out the other things that are blocking them? I don't care who it is. I don't care. I don't. It's like, I may not help my mother grow. So that might be a part of the reason why we just have never been close. I've never, in my entire 31, almost 32 years, I have never been close with my mother. And I do not plan on being close with my mother. Like, you know how people are always like, you need your mother. You need your mother if she's going to be healthy. If that interaction is going to be healthy for you. If it ain't, I was born alone, so, and throughout my life, I have been blessed to experience other like matriarch figures that have helped me along the way, but my mom just wasn't there for me, and my family is just not there for me. Like, I'm not close with most of my family. The closest person to me that I am actually blood related to is my cousin, Brianna. Brianna from, Louisiana. Not Brianna that's here, because I have two Briannas. But they gonna react if they ever run across this, but it's just like, so that was a part of the reason why for a long time I didn't want to put this on YouTube, because I didn't want people to see it, like the people that I may be speaking about or you know, directly addressing, feeling like, oh, why you put that out there, why you ain't come to me. I didn't came to you. Like, I've tried to, so and it's specifically my mother's side of the family, because I'm not close, I don't know my father's side of the family well enough to know what the hell they be going through, but I don't have any relationship with them. I don't even know most of them, like, so I can't really be like, I can't miss what I never had. But with my mother's side of the family, there's a lot of uh, like, they're very materialistic, and when you get to a point where material possessions don't define you, it's like, okay, so what else? Like, why can't my value be in other things? Like, why does my value have to exist in, you know, having certain things? Like, why do things determine my value? And you know what? Don't define it for me. Like, that's not me. Being a good person is what defines it for me. So, you know, I just started snipping them dead ends, and I do not communicate with most of the people that I'm related to because of that. Does it suck? Absolutely, it sucks for me, because there's so many instances where I wanted, you know, my family present, but I know that you cannot force a person to love you in the way in which you want to be loved. Especially if, like, I specifically know what I need in order to, like, I know what my love languages are. Like, my love language specifically, I like affirmation. Um, I like you to tell me things. Like, for instance, let's say I'm dating. You're a man or a woman and we're dating. I want you to, like, tell me stuff like, you know, that you're attracted to me, and that you love me if we're at that level, and that, you know, this is something you want to do. It's not something that I'm just gonna assume is true, because some of the things that I've gone through in the past have made it so that affirmation is, and confirmation is needed for me. And I will, just like I'm being vocal with y'all, I'm vocal in my relationships. Like, hey, positive affirmation and positive, you know, confirmation is what I need. It's my love language. And if you can't do that, I understand. You don't have to do it. I'm not forcing you. This is not, you know, a dictatorship. But if I'm not getting that, then you got to get less of me. So if you have been vocal about what you want or need, and the person or people are not receptive or not willing to adapt, then you just gotta cut them dead ends. Like, it's just like when you go get your hair done, or when you go get your hair cut, like, cut it off. Get the scissors. You have to have proverbial scissors that you carry with you throughout life, and you just gotta use it. Just cut that shit off. That's why I don't ever question people when who I am or what I am or the way that I am doesn't serve them. Okay, it means I'm not serving you at your highest purpose. So don't be afraid to, you know, cut things and people off when they don't serve you. Okay? Yeah. I think I think that I think that's kind of what I wanted to talk about with y'all today. I don't know. Let me think. Think if there's anything else. Oh, with that, I don't know. My grandmother came in here for a second, so I got kind of distracted. But I'm gonna keep all of this. I'm not redoing this video. Because I want y'all to feel like you're getting like a real conversation. I feel like so much of content and YouTube is so overproduced. It's like, nah, I just want y'all to be like, I want this to feel like you're having an intimate conversation with me. Because that's all Talks with Delise is. It's a talk with Delise. Um, just do not, some things you can't compromise on. I know life is about compromise and we compromise all the time, every day, all the time, but some things you cannot compromise on. And, growing and being healthy and being at your highest self, you cannot compromise. And anything that does not suit or serve you to get to that place, get them proverbial scissors out and cut it off like this. Just snip, snip, snip. Okay? I'm not saying it's going to be easy. It's going to be hard. But at the end of the day, you have to realize you are the only person that's always with you. Only you know how you always feel and truly feel. So what are you willing to sacrifice? Like, are you gonna sacrifice your mental well-being to keep around people that don't actually mean or know what serves you? These are questions you just have to ask yourself, because I asked myself the questions and I came to the answers for some of these relationships. No. And it's like, if a job doesn't serve you being at your highest purpose, let that go. If a friendship doesn't serve you, being at your highest and truest self, let that shit go. Y'all gonna hear me say that a lot, like, be your highest, truest self, because that is the most important thing. Because there's so much of this created facade among people with this internet age that we live in. It's just like, let's just get back to being the highest, truest version of ourselves. Even if the highest, truest version of yourself is being a fucking asshole, be that. Be true to that. Just be true to yourself, and do not hold on to dead ends. Cut that shit off. Okay? All right. So, this has been another edition of Talks with Delise. Don't forget to like this video, comment if you have something good to say. And I've changed some of my earlier thinking. If you didn't necessarily like it, and you can be constructive in your criticism, do so. If your criticism is gonna be you want a better produced version of this, I'm gonna tell you that now. Don't do that. Because we're not doing that. I want to keep the intimacy. I want to keep the rawness of it, because I feel like that is what's going to work for me, and that is what is going to connect with people the most. And even if it doesn't connect with people the most, I want to stay true to my vision for this. So yeah, comment if you have something good to say, or constructive criticism, and share this with a friend. Tell someone that you think may need this kind of TED talk. Tell them to come watch it, and let them know. And subscribe. Please subscribe. Please. I appreciate all of y'all that come and watch. I appreciate the people that reached out to me yesterday, like, Delise, where your episode? Like, specifically, I have to shout him out. My friend Raphael, he is like the biggest supporter of Talks with Delise. When I don't post it, or I'm tired, or I text him like, hey friend, I don't know if I'm gonna do it tonight. He'd be like, dang, I was looking forward to that. Like, he looks forward to Tuesdays and Fridays, because that's when I do Talks with Delise. So I did it, Raphael. This is why I waited, so I could give y'all energy. Because last night it would have been fucking trash. I would have did like 5 minutes and posted it, and now I want to do more than that. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share it with someone that you feel like this might be useful to. Okay. I will see you guys again on Friday. Be good, y'all.